himself here at Weldon Road.
I think it's quite within their possibility. It depends obviously on what Widnes do, because they are clearly the favourites in this and they're in the driving seat. But full credit to the Castleford team and coach to be in a position as they are at this stage of the season with only 5 games remaining. I think all the pack, Crooks, England, Beardmore, Joyner of course has been a big influence start the season for them. They've got to play really well. They've got a good squad there, and it's quite possible that they could come through and win. But Widnes have got to slip up, and of course Wigan have. But I mean, Wigan at the moment they've a very rigorous conclusion to their programme.
Castleford today field 12 of the 13 we saw winning last time out at Sheffield a fortnight ago, but Neil Roebuck comes in at loose forward, with John Joyner dropping down to substitute. In this fixture last year, Dean Sampson barged his way over for 3 tries. This time round he's only got 2 all season, so could he be in the mood for tries today? St Helens have Kevin Ward fit again after missing last week's astonishing 54-38 victory over Featherstone, and New Zealander Teo Rapati returns in the centre in place of Mark Bailey. At stand-off, Jonathan Griffith is enjoying perhaps his best spell since leaving the Welsh Rugby Union ranks. Well, later we'll see one of Castleford's championship rivals, Widnes, at Featherstone, but let's settle back and enjoy the action here at Weldon Road with David Watkins and John Hell.
It's a perfect afternoon for rugby league football, and what an attractive fixture here at Weldon Road. 2 sides who have the reputations always of throwing the ball around and entertaining. David, I think it's great to see Castleford up there at the top, because that has always been their trademark.
Well, traditionally they've been great rugby players, and they play a high-powered game. It's good to see them doing that, but they won't have it all their own way, with Saints obviously with the cup tie in mind next week as well.
It was a rather sloppy ball, to say the least, but Jonathan Griffiths fell on it. Paul Groves back for Phil Vivers, and now Bishop. Interestingly, the scrum half had stayed in the sort of full-back berth there because he knew he was going to have to kick. Here is the opposition full-back, St John Ellis. And penalties awarded against Ellis there. That was an interesting one at the play of the ball. Shane Cooper was virtually standing on his toe ends, but it was Ellis who got penalised.
Yes, he didn't play the ball. He put it down and dummied it to play the ball. You can't do that, despite the fact that the intentions on him by the marker were quite severe.
Paul Loughlin has been in excellent kicking form in recent weeks. In fact, he's kicked 15 goals in the last 2 matches. And he's had a good record here at Weldon Road over the years too. It's not quite straight, but it's only 10 yards inside the Castleford half. So Loughlin attempts to give St Helens the lead, can't do so. And run out by Grant Anderson. And the biggest cheer so far this afternoon was from the Castleford supporters as well as St Helens for Kevin Ward, back for the first time at Weldon Road. He was a great servant to Castleford, and I'm told he's been a model professional at St Helens. For offside this time, given by the referee, who is David Asquith from York. He had charge of Castleford's last game at Sheffield Eagles 2 weeks ago. Lee Crooks, first time we've seen him in it, and Jeff Hardy rolls onto the pass and makes a half break. Good work from the Australian Jeff Hardy. A man from Brisbane. French, another of the Australian contingent, to beefy England. That's why they call him beefy. Now Neil Roebuck. Crooks plunges forward and went to ground, but it's French who dives on it. It's a cracking atmosphere here as David Plange falls in the tackle of Rapati. Stedman checks, chips, fielded by Vivers. John Harrison, much the tallest man on the field at 6'7". Kevin Ward. No progress for him this time. George Mann. Grows from acting halfback. He's as good as there is in the game at that position. He and Phil McKenzie have witnessed, I would say.
Well, there really is, yes. He seizes opportunities like that. You have to keep your eyes on him all the time.
The kick charged down, and Stedman just couldn't put his fingers on the ball, but it's eventually been taken for Castleford. But then referee Askew said it was knocked forward by Keith England, and we'll have a scrum.
Well, Castle made their intentions quite plain to start with. They're prepared to move the ball about. They didn't kick to touch. It was run straight away from the ball. And perhaps that says what their intentions are this afternoon.
Griffiths, the Welsh stand-up half, and a brilliant searing run from Griffiths. Tries to take the ball on the outside. Now he comes, and Stedman clings onto him for dear life. But that was really good from the Welsh player. And here comes Kevin Ward into Castleford's 25. They've left Vivas reeling on the ground, but St Helens are looking for the first points of the game. It's gone back, but it's dived on gratefully for Castleford by Crooks. But David, I've got to ask you for a comment about Jonathan Griffiths. You've seen a lot of Welshmen come north. He's not had much chance to make an impression, but that really was a marvellous break.
Well, he's had a number of injuries, but that at stand-off half, he is a scrum half. But to go on the outside of a man as experienced as Graham Stedman says much for the player's ability. And he perhaps didn't have the legs to go all the way, but nonetheless, it's already given him an opportunity to see what he can do.
Kevin Ward, he'll get inside the 25. It takes 4 Castleford men to haul him down. Two teams in really good form, and here's George Mann for Saints. Bishop, now Harrison. It's a bruising game. Dwyer. Bishop along the line, and they're almost queuing up here. Loughlin goes, gets the ball out for Les Quirk, but he'll be fallen on by Roebuck for Castleford. Swift movement along the three-quarters. Now it's St Gianellis who tries to break and make some ground for the home side. There's almost a cup tie atmosphere about the game.
Well, it's fast and furious, and both sides are asking for no quarter. They certainly aren't given any quarter, and the tackling is particularly keen. The ball is being moved about quite a bit as well.
I imagine Castleford's players have been pawing the ground for the last 2 weeks, having not played last Sunday.
Well, that will be difficult for them, because to miss games like that when you are in the international, when you're on the championship running, it does make life a bit difficult. But I'm sure playing in front of their own crowd again after a long lapse as well will probably make up for it.
Once again, there's an offside verdict against St Helens. Man the offender. But unlike St Helens, who opted to take a kick at goal a few moments ago, this time it's just for Castleford to put the ball into touch. Castleford certainly will look to their forwards to build a platform for their speedy backs. They've 4 more tackles from a good position here. Crooks held up on that white line, so it comes right, and an unfortunate kick, and the referee says play on and awards the try, and Castleford go into the lead. Neil Roebuck.
The thing to look for on this kick ahead was the kicker of the ball, just as Stedman kicks it ahead here, it goes forward, but he can't follow it up, but Roebuck certainly does and catches the defence out.
It's taken 10 minutes for the first points to go on the board. They've gone to Castleford, and now Graham Stedman chips it through to make it Castleford 6, St Helens 0. First blood to Cass.
Well, despite the fact they take the kicker out here, when the ball goes out and the kick is put ahead at speed, Roebuck has the good sense to follow it up, leaves the defence standing and touches down for the first try.
Crooks trying to time the ball. Again, Saints tackling good. That time it was on Sean Irwin. And again, it's Crooks to the fore. And he plunges forward and just couldn't get the pass away that he wanted. And it's an unholy mess over there. What a scramble. Cass still have the ball. But, there will be a scrum this time.
I think it must be said that both sides at the moment, on both sides, people are guilty of giving the man possession with the man on top of them as well. A result of which is man and ball tackles, and people don't have opportunities to either get rid of it or run.
Well, there's a big cheer went up there because Mr. Asquith awarded Castleford a penalty. And they should be able to take play very close to the St Helens line from this. Play will restart right on the 25. Here comes Dean Sampson, a regular try scorer against St Helens over the 2 seasons he's been playing the professional game. 2 seasons before this one, that is. French to Crooks to Hardy. Now Kevin Beardmore. Stedman showed it, and Stedman, they know all about him to St Helens after his hat-trick at Knowsley Road. Still a very good opportunity here for Castleford to extend their lead. Still a couple of tackles to go. And French will attempt the kick, and the chase is on. There could be another score here. Can he get there? I think it's just gone dead. It was a good try, but trying the meaning of the word attempt, that is, and Neil Roebuck was almost in for his second.
He certainly was, and that's a good tactic because players are taking play away from him. French did out on the right-hand side. Cass moved the ball to the right. It comes to Gary French, but he chips it back right to the left-hand side. It's touch and go now as to who can get there first, but the Castleford forward just fails.
The ball, and will have chances now as French can't find a gap, unfortunately, for Castleford. Should have come left, perhaps. Still, they concentrate on that right-hand side with Keith England. Now they spin it left. Stedman showing it. Hardy, Anderson. Again, the St Helens tackling exemplary. He's looked lively in recent weeks as Gary French. Roebuck, it's his turn to attempt the kick through. Tries to regather his own kick as well. Bravely fallen on by Vivers. And this time the penalty is for Saints. So far the tackling has been very good.
It has been good, but I think that some of the passing hasn't really been copybook stuff. They have, as I've said earlier, passing to the man with man and ball on top of him, and as a result of it, really, it doesn't give anybody real opportunities to get away.
This is a planned move, obviously, and it was Groves who orchestrated it. Funny, St Helens coach, the New Zealander Mike McLennan, was saying recently he wasn't sure about coming back next year, but the run they've had recently, I think, has persuaded him otherwise.
Well, he could do that, and of course they'll be looking forward again to next week, but they have been a side that can do some great things and can do some very bad things. But
they're doing good things now. It's Cooper who takes the pass and gets it away to Alan Hunt from that excellent start they were given by Phil Vivers, coming from the full-back position. Bishop, huge long ball out there for Jonathan Griffiths. Tries to stand them up and confuse people, but Laughlin's taken. Back for Bishop once more. This looks more dangerous. And away goes the centre, Rapati, 20 yards out. just caught his ankle, but it's on the last tackle. Well, they could look for a Bishop drop goal, I suppose, here. Instead, he kicks through, tries to follow that through, but it's St Gianellis on the take. And runs the ball out. Just the one try in the locker so far from Castleford. Oh, it's stolen there, but stolen legally by George Mann, and slips it back for Rapati. And this is a good spell now for St Helens, and they've 5 more tackles from inside Castleford's 25. They've got some very capable three-quarters. Along the line, it's Griffiths, and it's Loughlin, and Paul Loughlin will not be stopped. He gallops over the first St Helens score of the afternoon. Excellent work right along the three-quarter line. Paul Loughlin's in at the end of it for Saints.
Well, they say the ball travels faster than a man, and this is copybook stuff because it's long passes all the way. Griffiths is past here, timed to perfection. Loughlin takes it outside his man. Wing had to stay out. Loughlin opens up the gap and scores the try.
He kicked some cracking goals here in the fixture last season. Many of them from just this sort of position, and that's how close he was on this occasion. So Castleford preserved their lead, but it is narrowed to 6-4.
Well, good passing here. Bishop doesn't take a step, draws the man every time, neither does Cooper, but it's Jonathan Griffiths' perfectly timed pass, and really, look, the wing didn't know what to do. He didn't know whether to come in for him or stay out. He stayed out. Loughlin took advantage.
Paul Jones is on for St Helens. He's just about as big as the man he's replaced, John Harrison, who's had an elbow in the eye. That's the news from the touchline. Gary French, he got a man alongside him in Jeff Hardy. Chose not to give the pass. Now Lee Crooks, you always feel that his handling could open the door. Samson this time. Hardy. I think after last week's extravaganza against Featherstone, the 92-point match, we thought this might be a high-scoring affair as well. Well, who knows even now? Grant Henderson's almost here. David Planch, can he put the ball down? He's bundled out. Touch judge was right on the spot. David Planch just couldn't ground it over the St Helens line.
Well, that's one of their best efforts, that is, really. They really did plunge up this left-hand touchline, but the linesman was there. It really was hard lines here because Roebuck brings it on the short side, passes now to Anderson. He half holds it, but then releases the last minute, and Planch with his strength takes the 2 men with him. But the linesman was there, and he says the flag has gone down, and I think we can all agree with that.
It's going to be dramatic now if somebody else is going to score in this half. Groves and Cooper, they do look so fluent when they move that ball. Bishop and Cooper together this time. Now Jones, and he spins away from the tackle, feeds Bishop. And the forward pass, says Mr. Asquith. But I would say, David, that Paul Jones, since he came on, has looked a bit better in that position than John Harrison in terms of making breaks.
Well, he did, really, but in fairness to John Harrison, he wasn't given the ball in running positions. But, of course, Jones has now come on, and he really is taking it hard, and he's given them something to think about, Castleford.
Half-time then at Weldon Road, so only 1 try each, but it's a hard-fought encounter, this one, a bruising game between two sides very much in form. And there we have it. Neil Roebuck's try gave Castleford the lead. It was converted by Graham Steadman. And St Helens have come back with a single try from Great Britain centre Paul Loughlin. Half-time then. Castleford 6, St Helens 4. Join us for the second half after the break.
Because the only thing you John Smith drinkers want to see on screen is the great stuff itself, we've got a lot of money left over for a soundtrack. So, after finding out what you wanted to hear most, here, in conjunction with Radio 3 in full digital stereo, is your favourite sound, performed by the world-famous Italian tenor Enrico Angelotti.
Fancy a pint of Johnny Smith, matey?
Hello, Angela. You look very nice.
One has been asked to do a Nescafe commercial.
Have you? Why?
Because one has taste, that's why. Some people have good taste, and some people don't.
But I drink Nescafe.
Yes, but you don't appreciate the rich aroma.
No, but I love the smell. Are these the special beans?
Please don't touch those.
Oh, go on. One shake is all one wants.
Really?
Nescafe. Coffee at its best.
SOS! ATS!
Oh dear, oh dear. SOS. ATS.
SOS.
Rather.
ATS.
Your mother thinks satin. Well, maybe silk's nicer. Well, that's your decision. Bridesmaids, too, I think. And a page boy. I don't want you tripping over the train. You know, your mother's going to cry whatever we do. So we might as well have the wedding march sung by a choir. It'll be like turning on a tap.
At Abbey National, we're in the habit of thinking ahead, just as many of our customers do.
Dads aren't supposed to cry, but I bet we all do, really.
Cashing checks, traveller's checks, buying a car, cash in hand, investing for your future, saving for hers. Abbey National, the habit of a lifetime.
Once, performance like this was only found in exotic two-seaters. Now it's found in refined Ford Sierras with four-wheel drive, ABS, 16 valves, fuel injection, turbocharger.
There is only one Ford Sierra.
If you're sat around at home, make new friends on the telephone.
0898 440044.
Track that.
The Ford Transit, Britain's best-selling business van, is now available on finance. Trust Ford to carry it off.
I want to grow up in a place where people don't mug other people. I want to grow up where kids don't sniff glue. I want to grow up in the street where my gran can open the front door without being frightened. No one breaks in our house and steals our things. I want to grow up in a place where people don't spray graffiti over our walls. And my dad can leave his car without the radio getting nicked.
You can make the world a better place to grow up in with the help of this free handbook. It's packed with ways to protect our families, our homes, our possessions. To get your copy, phone 081 569 7000. And be ready to get cracking in Crime Prevention Week.
Welcome back to Weldon Road. 6 points to 4 at half-time in Castleford's favour. The team's just coming out for the start of the second half.
Darryl, how satisfied were you with the first half?
Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with their ball control. We've turned the ball over too many times. They're ripping balls out in tackles, and you know, obviously the referee's not seeing it. But you know, I think the first 40 minutes showed that this South St Helens team's come here for 2 points, and we're going to have to really knuckle down and make sure we get them.
To be fair to them, Jonathan Griffiths has actually run past your defence more than once.
Well, he's played very well, but you know, we're going to have to slow him down on the right hand side of the field. We've got a bit of a problem with our defence, but we've sorted that at the half-time, and I'll be right this half.
Darryl, thanks very much indeed. The word from St Helens, it's unlikely that John Harrison will play any further part in the match. John?
Thanks, Nick. I have seen John Harrison come out, and he's sitting down at the side of the pitch. Here are the statistics of the first half. The scrum's absolutely equal, and Castleford did take one against the head. The penalties conceded, twice as many by the visitors, and the errors in play, just one more by the home side. Vivas to run it out from fullback for St Helens. Only 2 points in it. And David, Darrell van der Velde making the point there about Jonathan Griffiths. He has had a good first half, and they will have to watch him.
Yes, they will have to watch him. He's making Steadman think a lot at outside half, and he's running round on his outside quite a number of times. But as he said, Saints have come here for their 2 points. They want to be on top form for next week themselves, so Cass have got it all to play for.
Certainly got all the ingredients, this one, including Kevin Ward there, back at his old ground. This was the last chance they've got to move the ball around on this tackle. Bishop kicks downfield. It's quite a good kick as well. Ellis sprinting across to take it, knowing that Malcolm Reel is watching him in the crowd, I've no doubt. Crooks. Difficult ball once more for Steadman, but he recovered his composure and put in a very good kick as well. Nothing Phil Beavers can do about that. Excellent football from Graham Steadman.
Well, that was super because he lost his foot in the first time. He still had time to get up and put the ball away and to beat Villiers in getting the ball into touch.
But as it's a Saints put in, they should win the scrum. You don't get many healed against the head these days. They're right on cue, they do win it. And Griffiths goes, scurrying away, only to fall to Ellis. Work hauled down. This time the penalty is against Castleford. And I've no doubt that one thing Mike McLennan has been working on this week has been the defence of his side. As they conceded 38 points even in victory last week, that's something they'll want to improve upon this week. They're seen here in attacking guys. Storming onto the pass, straight into Keith England, who's done his usual unstinting amount of tackling. Jones. Along the line it comes, and they do look promising in situations like that. But Les Quirk is upended by the tackle of John Ray. Rapati. Again, they've got through to the last tackle, and Vivas it is tries to find a touch this time. It's a useful kick, and it's just the wrong side of the corner flag. So it will be a Castleford restart on their own 25. That was almost the perfect kick.
Yes, it was. It was quite a good one. It would have been had it come in just 5 yards further upfield.
Once more, referee Asquith spots the offside. And here comes Dean Sampson. Sampson romping forward. He always seems to do well against St Helens. Keith England, he's done well against them for many, many years.
Well, he really hasn't stopped. The man has been a colossus in defence and attack. He's taken everything forward, and he is a big, strong guy.
I think there is that bit of needle, David, between Kevin Ward and Keith England. They both want to do well against one another.
Well, Kevin is trying everything this afternoon.
Hardy streaming onto the ball. Castleford's chances here for Roebuck, for Steadman, held up just a couple of yards out. So it's the last one. They might go for the drop goal. Steadman tries to get there. Steadman does get there. Excellent try from Graham Stedman. He got a hat-trick at Knowsley Road, and he's undone St Helens again here with his 22nd of the season.
Well, I, like most, was waiting to see what happened here, but that was superbly chipped between the legs of the defence, and Stedman is first to the touchdown.
Stedman looks to maintain his 100% kicking record for the afternoon. To convert his own try, he does just that, and it's 12 points to 4.
Well, we're all waiting to see what happens here, but look at that, that was superb. He didn't even play it back properly, he went straight through the legs. He knew what he was doing, he was first there.
French, it's a useful looking punt again, but Vivers is across there for it. And this time the offside is against Castleford. He's been rather keen on that today. But it's been nearly all Castleford in this half, and it's the first time that St Helens have had a chance to threaten. As Kevin Ward inevitably who came up. He's determined today, a glutton for work. Man, so is he. Just with 4 points for a try, any side is still in it at this deficit. Oh dear, but spilled, and once again it's Hardy. He seems to have pocketed quite a few loose balls today.
I think the first time they're in the half, then they should have been a little more orthodox, trying out that move. By doing that, then they gave the ball away again, and as a result of it, they'll be forced back into their own half.
Lee Crooks, and he's got a man up in support. That is Dean Sampson, who did well to cling on to the pass. The first really clean break that Crooks has made. And here comes Sean Irwin, and he tries to get between the two defenders. Still Sean Irwin. Finally bowled over 5 yards out. It'll be John Ray at the play, the ball. Across to Roebuck. They keep it moving. French, the longer ball here. They try and stretch St Helens. Stedman it was. Good defending though, and that's the handover, so St Helens hold on.
Well, he's always been capable. He's threatening for some time. This time he doesn't release the ball, pushes off Groves, and then makes the break forward. But up in support is Dean Sampson. Perfectly timed pass, bit low perhaps. As a result, picking it up brought him down at the same time.
Here's John Joyner, the substitute for Castleford. He's replaced Neil Roebuck. Crowd is 6,367 here, and hoping for another Castleford score now. We'll certainly look to the likes of Stedman and French. And now it's St John Ellis. Beardmore reverses it for Keith England. He's taken by Kevin Ward. Oh, gets it away for Stedman, and Stedman sprints through the middle, chases it again, and he gets there. He's in. Graham Stedman. He's done them again. 3 at St Helens, 2 here against St Helens at Castleford. He's a bit of a genius when it comes to scoring tries.
Well, this second half performance by Stedman is something to be believed. England takes the ball in, but he's well held by the defence. But he does get it away, and Stedman takes it. But now, just let's watch. He kicks it over the top. The post is in his way, but look how he avoids the post to get the ball. Brave run in, great try.
Stedman just has that knack of being in the right place at the right time. He's a natural try scorer, and he's a natural goal kicker too, as our cameraman discovered there. And Castleford are so far ahead, St Helens might not come back from this. It's 18-4.
Well, this is a great opportunist try because there wasn't much on, despite the fact England did get the ball away in the tackle. When it came to Stedman, he still had a lot of work to do. He kicks ahead when he's confronted by the full-back, but when he runs here, he's obstructed by the post. He goes round the post and touches down.
Mark Bailey of St Helens has replaced Shane Cooper. Paul Jones. Oh, he's done well there, and he's got it away for Bishop. We'll keep it coming with Beavers, and it's Stedman's tackle again. That's 3 in a row. Bit to kick out a little bit at Stedman. He's left Stedman lying down there. Stedman no doubt a marked man. Bishop chips through. Important for Castleford for Ellis to take this, which he does. And he comes round the outside. St Ellis. Excellent play from the Castleford fullback. Stedman's back up and looking a little worse for wear. Hardy now. Crooks. And again he's made that half break. Stedman. He's just dominating the game at the moment. Oh, the ball lost by him though, and it was Kevin Ward again. Well, he doesn't want to end up on the losing side today. Now he's lost it though, and this is Sean Irwin for Castleford. Exciting play from Irwin. Oh, he's done superbly as Sean Irwin, really showing his strength there, and still got it away for Keith England. And Castleford's son comes storming in with Ian Ellis. Oh, it's going to be a David Pratt score. Wonderful try. Absolutely wonderful.
Well, they say when Cas turn on the gas, they really can do it. But, I mean, this really is Sean Irwin. He really, by dummying and stepping out of tackles, his strength. Even Lachlan fails to hold him here. But it's the ability to get the ball away. When he does get it to England, England keeps it moving as well. And St Ellis now has it. But look at this. He beats the man, slips the ball, but that's taken on the burst. And when he comes, stops the defence dead and waves as he goes over.
Bye-bye, he said, to the rest of the St Helens defence. And that's as good a try as you'll ever see in rugby league. But Sean Irwin showed incredible strength there. He's an unsung hero in this Castleford side, doesn't get many headlines, but he deserves them for creating that try. And Graham Stedman is taking a breather. But Castleford do have a very capable deputy to attempt the conversion in Lee Crooks. The try deserved the goal to go with it, and it's got it from the boot of Crooks. And it's 24 points to 4, and Castleford's championship hopes are very much alive.
Well, this is where persistency keeps the ball moving, because it's the strength and the ability to back the man up with the ball. Everyone is queuing up for the ball, but they still have the ability not only to catch it, but to move it on to the next man in a better position. That's what the game really is all about, and that happens just here. Plange then takes it, stops the defence, they all cut at each other up, and he waves to them. It's goodbye to them, in for me, he says.
But it's Castleford who've taken the honours generally here today and really confirmed the potential as champions. Hard to say who's going to win it at the moment, but they're certainly giving it their best shot, as Groves does now for St Helens.
Yes, they've certainly come out the second half and taken note of what Darren van der Velde said to them at half-time, and they really have worked the ball well.
Oh, but Jones goes tearing away, and he's a huge figure as well. The ball inside, taken for Castleford by Gary French. It really looked, though, as though Jones was going to score. It's been a rip-roaring second half.
It really has, but they've really played well, Saints have. They haven't been really well rewarded for some of their running. Jones's run this time takes him right outside the defence. He's a tall guy here, tries to lob it inside to Jonathan Griffiths. French back up, as you should be in defence, catches it and puts it down, and that's stopped again.
French to kick this time. Oh. difficult bounce, but Loughlin's fielded it. And he's got such long legs, he's such a good runner, and there might be a bit of room this time for Alan Hunt to go, and he goes galloping off down that right touchline. Can't get up the outside of that very fine tackle from guess who? Graham Steadman. And the substitution about to be made over there, which will take off Dean Sampson and bring on Neil Batty.
Well, Saints still haven't given up. It's a fine run now by Alan Hunt down the touchline. He tries to stretch the defence, but Steadman, equal to the task, brings off a superb tackle and puts stop to another St Helens attack.
George Mann. Jones once more. He's been effective. Dwyer and Bishop now. Griffiths had a quieter second half, but Loughlin comes onto it. There might be chances here as Mark Bailey goes and tries to get inside Ellis, and yes, I think he's there. No, he's not. Mr. Asquith said he didn't ground the ball. Well, Mark Bailey looked a certain scorer, but credit Ellis with getting across and the other Castleford players with keeping him at bay.
Well, that's a good side, isn't it, to keep them out. Just watch here, St Helens move the ball right across the field here, and they take the defence all the way with them. But credit to the defence how it sticks to its guns, because Bailey goes round his man. But really, just as he cuts back inside St John Ellis, they really hold him up, and French comes across as well to pull him back, making him lose the ball.
On the last one, Steadman to kick. Oh, excellent catch from Loughlin, and he's got a man on his outside, but he can't pick it up. Ray might, and John Ray will surely get in for Castleford. And John Ray puts the seal on Castleford's success story. It's their 5th try of the afternoon, only his 2nd in professional rugby league. He took his chance well.
Well, Saints' intentions were clear. They wanted to run it out from there. It wasn't to be. The ball was thrown behind the man. Ray picked it up. He went forth. The wing Kirk couldn't catch him. Over he goes, and that's the final nail in the coffin.
Marvellous moment for the young player, former Morley Rugby Union man. And Graham Steadman looks to make it around 30 points for Castleford. He can't make it though, and it stays at 28 points to 4.
But just look here, they tried to run it out again, St Helens do. The intention, as I say, was very clear. They wanted to keep the ball on the move. This was their downfall. Ray picks it up. The defence still turned and caught him, but not quite in time.
We're coming up to full time, and St Helens, normally such a free scoring side, they got over 50 points last week, don't forget. Against Featherstone have managed only 4 this afternoon. And great tribute to Castleford's defensive work for that. And there might be chances now for Castleford to get another one themselves. England. And there is the final hooter, a notable victory today for Castleford, and bearing in mind points difference at the end of the season comes into play. Graham Steadman with a couple of tries helped a long way along that road today. Castleford scoring 5 tries to 1, and a 28 points to 4 victory is comprehensive indeed. And there are the try scorers listed: Roebuck with 1, Steadman with 2, David Plange and John Ray got the others. There were 3 goals by Graham Steadman and 1 from Lee Crooks, while Paul Loughlin got the only reply on the day for St Helens. Well, every week a Stones Bitter Man of the Match is nominated. He receives a cheque for £250 and a trophy, and the recipient is named by David Watkins.
A great opportunist. His kicking from the hand and his goal kicking so important to Castleford's cause. But his well-timed runs and his ability to score some superb tries make him a match winner. Graham Steadman. Well, Graham, it was a comprehensive victory in the end, but up to half-time it was anybody's game, really.
That's right, yes, Dave. There's defence in the first 40 was tremendous. Saints put us under a lot of pressure, but we withheld that, and we came out the second half and we did the business. We played to his game plan. We had a good kick and chase game, and we applied a lot of pressure in there, 22, and we came up with the points. And we're on a bit of a roll at the moment.
Well, you've obviously now got to keep it going, because if you can win the remaining of your matches, then the prize is there for you to take.
That's right, yeah. We've got a great team spirit down here. The forwards are doing the business up front and the backs are finishing off, and if we can keep the roll on like we have done since the turn of the new year, there's no reason why we can't go all the way and be champions. We'll just have to keep it going, and hopefully Castleford will be there at the end, and we'll take the championship.
Well, congratulations, Graham, and well done.
How big an influence has Daryl van der Belt been, do you think?
Oh, very much. You know, he's been a very big influence on the team. You know, we concentrate a lot more on the mental aspects of the game. You know, I mean, obviously we do the training as well, but you know, we prepare a lot more for for the coming games, and you know, I think a lot of it, you know, is down to the mental aspect of the game.
Paul, it's never easy when you come to Castleford, but how good do you think this side is compared to other Castleford teams you've played against?
Oh, it's very good. I mean, the defence was excellent today. I mean, they never gave us an inch. Unfortunately, we didn't take our chances.
Are they good enough to win the title?
Yes, I think so. I mean, if they win every match now, you know, they're in with a good shout, but I think we're going to be the danger team.
Castleford are a very young side, overall, I think. Obviously, there's a couple of experienced players in there, but there's a lot of young lads in, and I think that they're doing exceptionally well, and obviously we can do well this season, but if you look into the next season and the season after that, that's when I think you're going to see these lads coming to fruition, and obviously a lot of trophies coming down the lane.
Here are the details behind the scoreline at Weldon Road. In the scrums, Castleford heeled 7 to St Helens 8. But their number 9, Kevin Beardmore, did manage to heel the only one to go against the head. Unusually, there were 4 penalties awarded for scrum infringements. Referee Asquith played it right down the middle when it came to giving penalties, 10 against Cass, 10 against Saints. And as for errors in play, it was a mistake-riddled match. Saints were sinners on 19 occasions, Castleford just 2 fewer than that. Well, back to Nick again now for the rest of the day's news and scores.
And Jonathan Davies strikes again. A stunning try from his own half as Widnes and Featherstone fight out a thriller. Paul Eastwood's kicking brings Hull's first away win since October and dooms Sheffield to almost certain relegation. 2 Dave Watson tries help Hulkingston Rovers edge towards safety in Roger Millwood's final home game in charge. Steve McGowan's first try since his comeback takes Brantford up into the top 8. In Division 2, Steve Gibson's 2 tries help Salford make promotion certain, and Warren Wilson's try sees Halifax home against Workington. Dean Carroll kicks 8 goals in Doncaster's biggest ever score away from home. Now to Post Office Road and some cracking action. Featherstone against Widnes.
The main talking point of last Sunday's Rugby League programme was the dazzling performance of Jonathan Davies, who got 4 tries against Bradford. Today, it took the Welshman 20 minutes to find a way through the Featherstone defence. Once he'd done that, the crowd was just left to applaud. To rub salt into the Rovers' wounds, Davies booted the conversion from wide out to make it 6-2, Martin Pearson having already landed a Featherstone penalty. Davies then played a very much smaller part in the next Widnes score, just helping the ball along the line. Then Richie Ayres, showing the strength and the determination that won him a Great Britain recall, made it all the way to the line, though Owen Simpson did his best to make sure Ayres didn't ground the ball. No goal, but Widnes led 10-2, and they looked to be romping it when Ayres once again figured prominently, and Joe Grimmer, after work from Andy Carrier here, got so close to the Featherstone line that he merely had to lob the ball in the air to present Steve Wynn with a debut try. Davies, who'd missed from a similar position earlier, made it 16-2 to Widnes, an excellent conversion. And that's the way it was at half-time. Few would have given tuppence for Featherstone's chances when Widnes poured forward again for the first score of the second half. Andy Carrier feeding in Mosi Kaloto in the sort of position a forward of the Tongans size relishes. A more simple conversion by Davies made it 22-2. When the Welshman added to the variety with a drop goal, it seemed Widnes was scoring at will. But any side coached by Peter Fox sticks to the job, and the first signs of a revival arrived when Fox and Tutor carved out an opening for wingman Simpson. Well, that appeared to be only temporary respite as Widnes came again. Davies making a jinking run, and then a crafty flip to send Martin afire menacingly towards the Featherstone line. Unselfishly, the Great Britain wingman gave Wynne his second score and looked as pleased as Punch to be a provider instead of a taker. At 27-6, the game was as good as over, or so we thought. Rovers needed a massive lift and the whole team seemed to be trying to give one to Leo Casey, but there were too many Widnes bodies between him and the ground. From the resultant scrum, though, Rovers got some encouragement, Derek Fox boring his way through to touchdown. Pearson's kick left Featherstone trailing 27-12. Within 10 minutes, Rovers had edged even closer. A strange try, this one, and Afire certainly wasn't happy that after Ian Smale's kick, he was left flummoxed and the touchdown was awarded to Ikram Butt. No goal, but certainly a more respectable scoreline at 27-16. And Featherstone had the last word too. £100,000 prop Leo Casey showing why Rovers shelled out that sort of money to Oldham. Widnes's nerves were certainly on edge when Pearson stepped forward and kicked the goal. But it ended that way. Featherstone had left themselves too much to do. Featherstone 22, Widnes 27.
Well, now SCRUMDOWN's full results check, starting with the Stone Splitter Championship. Castleford 28, St Helens 4. Featherstone 22, Widnes 27. Hulkingston Rovers 48, Rochdale 14. Sheffield 6, Hull 16. Wakefield 6, Bradford 16. So it's still Widnes by 2 points from Castleford, with Hull 2 further back. They all have 4 to play. Wigan have 8 to play, but they're now 7 points down on Widnes. Pressure's on. At the bottom, Sheffield are down unless they win their last 3 games and Wakefield lose their last 4. Oldham could still escape, but they need to win at least 2 of their 4 remaining fixtures. Hulkingston Rovers are up to 9th, but not quite safe yet. Division 2. Bramley 18, Salford 27. Chorley 20, Rydale York 24. Dewsbury 18, Runcorn 10. Halifax 22, Workington 14. Hunslet 12, Swinton 16. Keighley 24, Barrow 20. Lee 28, Batley 6. Nottingham 8, Doncaster 52. Trafford 14, Carlisle 52. Whitehaven 16, Fulham 20. Not even the mathematicians can now deny Salford promotion. Halifax and Swinton are still on course to join them, despite less than convincing wins today. The only positional change involves Lee, who overtake Workington. Next Sunday, we're at Sheffield for a very special occasion. Roger Millward's final match in charge of Hulkingston Rovers after a quarter of a century with the club. For Castleford, the title is still in sight. The fans' prayers are still being answered. Good night.
Just like a prayer, your voice can take me there. Just like a muse to me, you are a mystery. Just like a dream.